Greetings, gentle viewer!
And howdy howdy!
Highway complete and stuff. There's a big monster. We're gonna fight it.
We're going to win. We're going to laugh.
And then the story will advance. Rah! What? I'm the opinionator!
We square!
Whatever! Rah!
Our intros are getting more and more pathetic.
Ah!
Ah! Was that a man's voice?
Perhaps some sort of aggrieved Wookiee? I don't think it was an auditory hallucination or a Wookiee. This voice.
Everyone!
I'll lead the way!
What are you, an idiot?
Well, the quicker a decision is made, the better it is, I guess.
Somebody help me!
Really, Thomas?
What are you doing, man? Like, really, what are you doing?
If I'm going to be eaten, I'd rather it not be in a place like this!
A double-headed dragon!
It's the wanted one! Oh, how horrible!
Are you here to save me?
The left head is called Billy, and the right head is called Jimmy.
What makes you say that?
Because Double Dragon's a video game. That's the name of the two characters.
Very good.
It's like the goddess herself has come to pluck me out of Gehenna. Please, do away with this vile creature.
What are you doing? Have you just been laying here kind of kicking it in the face as it's been, like, approaching you until we got close enough for you to put on your show?
Oh! He looks like he's doing just fine.
Well, whatever. All right, Class 7, subdue the target.
Yeah.
A powerful enemy. Exercise caution.
Breakthrough! Sledgehammer! Take this! Wide open!
It's mine!
Though now that I look at it, I guess there's even a break turn coming up.
Yeah!
Like, what's even the purpose of life? For it, not us.
No, yeah, I knew that's what you meant.
Dicephalosaurus! I'm sure that Thomas was just laying on the ground, kind of just pushing gently his foot against the thing's nose, and it was like, but this is not normally what happens when I eat something of this size. And he's like, stop. Who's the Widdle Dwagon Wagon? Burp, 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 burp.
Very well.
Chosen poorly.
That was your turn, dude. Well, no, he didn't choose poorly. I have Aegis on Kurt to attract enemy attention.
All right, we'll just take all sense of agency from it then.
Oh yeah, I want it to do that.
My
okay,
turn.
you just lay there then. I win.
Strike! Windblade formation!
I shall go.
Alas, poor Double Dragon, we knew thee well.
Rean, activate. Fire.
Now, eat this! Here's dessert!
That's what you get for being careless.
Windblade formation! Strike!
Take this!
It's mine!
Yeah! Our chance!
Now remember, everyone,
It's mine!
after the battle, we need to act
Stay
like this
down!
is the hardest thing we've ever fought. For narrative purposes.
Not too shabby.
You too. Guess you're not all talk.
How pathetic.
Not too shabby.
All our training in the keep is paying dividends.
Oh, now you're gonna act like it's nothing. Screw you guys.
You saved me.
We're just glad you're okay.
You're not injured, are you?
The music.
Oh, no, not at all. Thanks to your prompt response to my high-pitched wails for assistance.
So, what are you doing here, Instructor Thomas?
The look on his face.
Oh, is that Rean I spy? One of my eager young pupils.
Stop messing with me.
It has been an age, hasn't it? I heard through the grapevine that you started work at Thor's branch campus.
As a history teacher, no less.
Huh? Did you say instructor?
So does that mean Instructor Rean knows him from...
Precisely.
Ex-Instructor.
It is a pleasure to meet you, young members of the new Class 7.
Would you like to talk about the history of beats?
So, what is his cover right now? Oh well, I guess we'll find out in a sec.
That's a good question.
I am the former history instructor of Thor's main campus, Thomas Lysander. Currently, I'm stretching my wings a little and doing some work as a freelance historian.
Oh, it's a good guy posing as a historian. Although I guess he is actually a historian.
You were thinking of an archaeologist, not a historian.
My apologies. It's not like they're not dissimilar. Just move on.
So he's a freelance historian? Does that mean he just wanders around and researches history?
I guess.
I'm just trying to put together how that would work, but anyway. I see. So, after leaving the main campus, you went off and did some traveling. Yes, I toured historic sites, but after 4 months, I was broke. I'm freelance, you see. That means nobody pays me. I was reluctantly making my way back to the capital on foot.
Yeah, that's why you were down this side path, where the monster was. You're so different from Professor Lumen.
Well, he is a teacher at the Imperial Academy, after all. Not some no-name scumbucket lowlife like this.
But if you were a history teacher, does that mean you taught Instructor Rean everything he knows about Aragonian history?
well, I guess you can say that. He taught me about beats, too, I seem to remember. I'd say it was really because of the black records, so... So that's why Rean became a history teacher.
Huh, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's right. I couldn't be more proud as an instructor. Oh, Rean, you followed in my footsteps. In more recent news, we defeated the wanted monster. Let's leave this bum alone and go back to work.
Would you like to return to Heimdall with us?
No, you're all just as kind as Rean. Let's go to Heimdall then. Oh, and feel free to use your orbital bikes, but I don't know what I was saying. I'll just tie myself to the hitch, and you can drag me there.
Wait a minute. How did you know we had orbital bikes?
What exactly are you planning? Nothing. This is all just a coincidence.
Bull crap!
Billy, don't you trust me? He is so full of it.
Second among the Dominion, in fact. I stand at the right hand of our leader, and am known by some as the Partitioner. But you already know my real name, of course. I've never hidden that from you. I am and shall always be Thomas Lysander.
Rosine's boss and a true believer of the mystery behind the Black Records. There must be a reason why he remained hidden until now. Yeah, remember, this is the point at which the Gralsritter have decided to get involved.
Yeah.
Not any other point, this point.
Right. They stayed out of it in the other games. Cold Steel games.
Well, Thomas got involved in the last one. I'm saying in what's going on right now. Like in what's going on in Cold Steel 3. Despite ions popping up and Ouroboros everywhere, the Gralsritter haven't moved.
Yeah.
Now, the Gralsritter are moving in this game.
Yeah.
Hey, Billy.
Yeah?
Look at the party.
He has a brave order! Rean, buddy, should you be writing this stuff down in your notebook? What if someone else looks at it?
Darn it!
Dang! I was really hoping.
Oh, he's in the car. Oh, if you continue north, you'll end up at the Corel Imperial Villa.
The Corel Imperial Villa? What's that?
It's a palace that the Imperial family uses for events. I see, so it's connected.
It's open to the public this time of the year.
Yeah, there's a special train at Heimdall Station that you can take to get there. Are you implying that we should go for some reason? Alrighty, and then why don't we go have ourselves a look and then take the train back?
Well, I am a little interested.
But we're in the middle of our special ops missions. Unfortunately, we must decline. No, fine, maybe next time then. I don't know, I want to do what he says.
I kind of do too, yeah! Oh! Whew, we're here.
I'm truly grateful to you all. Oh, excuse me.
The plot is calling.
This is Schwarzer.
Ah, Rean. Is now since the call went
Whoops.
through, I'm guessing you're still in the city somewhere, right?
Did you just cut me off?
Okay, fine.
Ah, Rean. Is now a good time?
Thank you.
Okay, very good. I apologize. Yeah, we had some business to take care of on the highway, and we just came back. Since we've finished all the quests we have going on, we need the story to move on. So what's up?
Well, I just wrapped up a call, actually. I called home and was asked to come over for lunch. I told them about you, and they said I should invite you.
Oh, yeah? Wouldn't that be a hassle?
No, Auntie and Uncle like having guests over.
Oh, this is embarrassing.
Of course, only if you have the time with your special ops missions, so how about it?
Understood. I'll head to your house right now. I'll just let ex-Instructor Thomas look after my students. So where is it?
It's in the district you guys were at in the morning. It's the Herschel's General Store on Vesta Street, duh!
Herschel. That name sounds familiar for some reason.
Are you trolling me?
Oh, so that place is your home after all, huh? Got it. We're heading over right now.
Okay, I'll be waiting.
Oh, goody! I love going to lunch!
Who was that? Was that Instructor Towa?
Are we headed somewhere? Yeah, actually. Rean explained how they were invited over for lunch. I see. I get it now. I haven't seen Towa since she graduated. I wonder how she's doing. I wonder if it'll be alright if I came too. Though I guess even if you said no, I'll probably come anyway. I'm sure it'd make you happy. I'll contact you right now that you... Oh, I'm just kidding. I actually have to meet up with someone right now.
You know her, Vita.
No. Oh, I guess it is Vita. I was thinking it was Rosine. Someone who is quite stubborn and difficult to deal with, who keeps trolling you on Abendtime. I'm sure she's in the capital somewhere, but our schedules just don't line up. Uh-huh. If you say so. Oh, that's the tram that heads to the main street. Now, if you'll excuse me, good luck with your field exercises. Uh-huh. Goodbye.
Is it just me, or is this guy sketch as all heck? Thank you for all your help. That laugh.
Here's a copy of the books. I was holding them for you. They're from Sister Rosine. Thank you so much. I'll update you on the newest books eventually, too. The new Class 7 looks like a nice group of kids.
He's so carefree and goofy. How did someone like that even get a job at the Academy? Isn't it strange that me and Muse have noticed all other suspicious activity from characters in the game, but he's able to fool us? That just goes to show how good he is.
Huh. Well, he may not look like it, but he is actually quite strong and would probably beat you all up. He once fought a magic knight with only an orbital staff, by himself, and won, easily.
What? Oh?
His appearance says otherwise. No, He may look easygoing, but his movements were extremely methodical and controlled.
You can't judge a person solely by their looks.
Now then, it's almost noon, so let's head to Vesta Street. It'd be rude if we showed up late.
I completely agree.
I suppose we should wait for the tram then. Oh, is he at that age?
Where he's jealous of his cousin.
Or more like, I don't want to go eat stupid lunch with some stupid friends of my stupid cousin. With that, Rean and the students retreated to lunch on the second floor of the store Towa's family owned.
Sorry for showing up in a big crowd like this.
Oh, nonsense. We've been dying to meet you.
We always knew she went to the same school as the Ashen Chevalier.
She's really pretty. I don't know. It really works for me.
But when we found out you two were co-workers now, we knew we had to invite you over.
Look at the look on her face.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Hey, Auntie.
Don't get cocky, Rean Schwarzer. You may be famous, but don't think for a second I'll let some dumb celeb like you get with Towa.
Hey, Kai, you're being very rude right now.
Wow, you were absolutely on the money. It was the I will defeat anybody who attempts to approach Towa.
Yeah. I grew up at lively dinner tables like this, so I feel right at home.
Yes, it's been some time since I've sat down to such an animated meal.
Oh, sorry, Kurt. You were waiting for your mom, weren't you?
No, I told her I'd be heading back once we were done with our field exercises.
Hey, can I get seconds over here?
Of course, dear. I made plenty, so go right ahead and stuff yourselves. I hope you girls aren't holding back because you're worried about gaining weight or anything like that. No, if anything, I like to gain weight, actually.
Oh, Tina, dear. Words like that are apt to make women the world over your enemies. They're all a bunch of good kids. From the sound of it, the class she's in charge of is full of a bunch of characters, too.
Yeah, but they're all hard workers, every one of them. Towa most of all, though. She's helped me more times than I can count.
She's pretty much always been like that. Her parents and her grandfather probably played a big part in that.
I see. She might have told you, but both her parents were scholars. But they passed away when she was young, so she was raised by her grandfather.
He was a scholar too. Pretty important in the scholarly world, actually. He used to be a director at the Imperial Museum you guys visited this morning.
So we've heard. Wow, really?
Yeah, but he too passed away a few years ago. She was already very intelligent, but after that she began studying even harder. To the point where she started to get top grades out of all the schools in Heimdall.
So we've noticed. I thought she'd be going to the Imperial Academy, but she took a scholarship to go to a military academy instead. At first, I assumed she did it because she didn't want us to worry about paying her tuition, but it seems she had a different reason. Huh. Well, please, continue to talk about her motivations while she quietly sits here beside us. Come to think of it, I really never have actually asked her why she chose to enroll at Thor's.
Or really anything about her past. I was worried about her since she has a habit of pushing herself too hard, as I'm sure you've noticed. As far as we're concerned, she's our adorable niece and an irreplaceable part of our family.
Well, I'll try to help her out as much as I can at work. How about that? Why do that? There is a much simpler way for a man to support a woman. Oh, no. She's a bit petite and childlike, but she's adorable and great with housework. You two work in the same place, so why not just take her as your wife now and let her quit?
First off.
Oh, no.
Even if that did work, there's no way you could get Towa to quit. Now, Martha, These days, it's perfectly normal for a husband and wife to work in the same place.
Until they have an argument and the entire facility is ripped apart by the tension between the two employees. Sure, maybe until they have kids. No, but we could help you to take care of your little ones if you needed it.
Meanwhile, just off screen, Ash is choking on his food, laughing.
Meanwhile, Towa is glowing red. Oh no!
Aunt Martha! Uncle Fred, stop!
Oh no! Wow, Rean handled that really well. He actually just shut up.
That was the only thing he could do.
After lunch was finished, coffee was served. The delicious aroma of roasted beans wafted through the house. Towa invited Rean to her room to discuss something. Oh no!
It appears as if the number of children has increased.
Oh, I can't remember her name. You didn't see it, but we talked to the kids out and about in Heimdall. It was pretty clear to whom they belonged.
Ah.
This is kind of a long time coming. Can you believe we visited the home of everybody in Class 7 and the other Class 7 before Towa? Like everybody!
Yeah!
Oh, so this is your room, huh? I've been meaning to tell you after looking at it for a second, but I don't think you have enough books. You could really use a few more books. Look, do you see that step right there? There's room for some books. You're so tiny, Towa, you can still step on the stepladder if there are books on it.
Well, see, that's when she pulls a book aside, and then the shelf folds back, showing another room full of books.
Ah, fair enough. See, what I'm trying to do is insult Towa enough so this whole marriage thing will drop at the moment.
Well, I don't think she's as into it as her aunt and uncle are.
You don't? You don't.
She's focused on more important things right now, David.
She is? She is.
Don't look too closely. It's not very girly, is it?
No, it's awesome, actually.
I was thinking about eventually giving this room to Kai, but they all said it was too early to move all my things out.
Her family must really cherish her. There's so many books here. Did you buy all these?
Oh, no. Most of them were my parents. They studied politics and economics, so a big chunk of the books are on those two topics.
Oh, wow.
The room next door was my grandpa's office. There are a ton of books in there, and not just about astronomy. Come to think of it, I've spent most of my life surrounded by books.
I can picture that.
I just picture a big stack of books because you're so short you can't see you over them.
Oi! I've been wondering, what made you decide to go to a military school?
Huh?
I mean, Thor's is a prestigious place and all, and graduates don't always join the military, but with your grades and how smart you are, you could have gone to any number of other prestigious schools, even the Imperial Academy. Why Thor's?
Well, the scholarships were good at Thor's, but besides that, I figured that military matters were unavoidable here in Erebonia.
Huh. Good point.
Maybe it's just nationalism or our country's traditions, but martial issues have always been valued highly here. There's the history of power struggles and rising arsenals between the Imperial Army and the provincial armies.
Right.
Then there's our hundreds of years of conflict with Calvert. That's probably the biggest factor in our country being so wary.
That's true as well.
Personally, I don't like war, but I believe in this day and age, there won't be any avoiding it. Grandpa told me that if you want to find the truth, you have to look for it in both the good and the bad.
Oh, well said.
I think that might be why I chose Thor's. At the core of things like the military or martial arts is power. No, violence. Sorry, I probably shouldn't be saying things like this to someone who practices swordsmanship like you. Don't worry, I won't say any of this to the students.
No, it's okay. I understand that feeling. But wow, fearing violence, yet trying to find answers by immersing yourself in it. That's not something you can do without the right amount of knowledge or determination. I'm impressed. I almost want to start calling you President Towa again.
Hey. Oh, I almost forgot. Look over here, Rean.
Oh, that picture there. Is that you when you were younger? Of course, we see what all the other pictures are.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one of her with her grandfather, and that's got to be your parents. And then we have the...
Class 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, that wasn't it.
Sorry for prying. I'd honestly like to get a closer look at these, though. I mean, they've been doing it.
Well, if you really want to, you can, but...
These are your parents?
Yeah, shortly after we took this photo, they got in an accident while traveling abroad. They were on their way back from an international academic conference in Crossbell when their airship crashed.
I see. I think I remember hearing that. And this must be the grandpa I've heard so much about.
Yeah, I was Grandpa's little girl, so I was always with him. We went to museums together. Sometimes he'd sneak me into lectures.
You were actually interested? Huh, you know, Towa, at that age, actually looks a bit like Kia.
Well, her mother kind of looks like Emma a little.
That's true. Well, there's 580,000 characters.
There's gonna be some overlap.
And a character designer, so... Well, that's quite the childhood. Then, of course, there's the end of Class 1, or Cold Steel 1 photo. Which is why I was like, sigh. Yeah, this picture from the school festival. I've got the same one on my desk, too. Come to think of it, this is the only picture we took with all of us together like this.
Yeah, you're right.
And then next to this one...
Don't look at that one.
Oh, no!
I have the one from graduation, too, but I like this one better.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the one from graduation doesn't have crow in it. Oh, don't look at that one!
That's that for the pumpkin.
You were looking at it, weren't you?
It really is quite a bold costume.
Rean?
Oh no, I'm sorry! Huh? Oh, is this from your first year at the academy?
Yeah, I guess I've never shown it to you.
Are you kidding? I feel like I've seen this picture 1,000 times. At the very least, it was in the art book that came with the... Okay.
We took this picture back when the four of us were testing the Arcus. Angie and George knew each other from their time in Ruhr. Crow and Angie were always fighting back then.
But all his jokes and laid-back attitude were just to cover up his true goals.
You know, maybe we should go visit his grave and pay our respects and discover he's not actually dead.
That sounds good.
Yeah, maybe Angie noticed that about him from the start. But Instructor Sarah taught us, and we'd help each other out when we were in a pinch. The four of us were each in different classes, but we became best friends regardless.
Ah, so they were in different classes. I know they were the prototype of Class 7. They weren't actually Class 6, but that seems to be the slot.
I mean, there isn't a Class 6. It just goes from 5 to 7, so it makes sense to call them Class 6?
Towa.
That's why I understand why you feel the way you do about Class 7. Here, this is what I wanted to show you. It's a gift from me. It's a book! Who's surprised?
This is... a picture book.
After graduation, I asked Fidelio from the photography club to make a little album of Class 7. And he gathered up all the pictures taken by Rex, the other students, and the instructors. I thought this would be the perfect thing for when Class 7 got together again.
Towa.
Head pad incoming!
That's either the best or the worst present to give to Rean.
Yeah.
Thank you. Really. For everything.
Oh, you guys worked so hard for over a year. This is the least I could do for you. Me, Angie, George, all the other students and the instructors, even Crow. We all like seeing Class 7 happy and smiling together.
I'll make sure they all see this. As early as tonight, actually. Provided I can get a hold of all of them, that is.
I see. Well, I hope everything works out.
Me too. Though I'll prioritize our field exercises, of course.
You hear that, everyone? We're going to be starting our afternoon mission soon, so get yourselves in gear.
Because at this point, it's just predictable that they're all huddled around the door.
Crap. I knew I should have switched to stealth mode.
Damn, what's with this presence sensing crap of his? Maybe he's just good at sniffing people out?
If that's the case, maybe he'd be vulnerable to a little pheromone-enhanced perfume.
Oh, no!
Our apologies. We were coming to get you and heard your voice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we figured we shouldn't interrupt.
Oh, yeah? Well, I figured you two were getting hot and heavy in there.
And you wanted to watch?
At least listen.
Hot and... Ash!
Cut it out, you.
In any event, you plan to meet the others from the old Class 7 tonight, correct?
And meanwhile, her aunt downstairs is like, hot and heavy, excellent, good job, go for it, you two!
Well, we're stuck writing all our reports for the day.
Uh-huh.
That's the perk of being the instructor.
No, nothing's set in stone just yet, you know? You'll back me up here, right, Kurt? Sorry, that's simply not possible.
If we have to suffer, Instructor, you do too.
I mean, in a way, he already is.
After the commotion had settled down, Rean and the others said their thanks and left the Herschel store. They saw Towa back to the field exercise camp and then set off to resume their special operations missions.
By the way, it seems like none of the forces have been able to capture that unit yet.
To the surprise of nobody?
Basically.
The idea that we're supposed to catch them all by tomorrow is insane.
But they appear to be on the move at least. They're supposed to be extremely covert.
Understood.
It's a little creepy.
Yeah, we should try to collect more information this afternoon. Class 7, once again around the whole city.
Oh, God. All right, be careful. Contact the camp if anything happens, okay? You should be able to reach us while you're in the city.
Understood.
Thank you for all your hard work. Do we have any more requests for the afternoon?
Yeah, we just received some from City Hall. Riding the orbital waves.
Huh.
Oh, okay. This is obviously related.
Oh, yeah, it would make sense, yeah.
Apparently the big horse race that the Nines Club guys have been talking about the entire game is gonna take place here. So I guess we have to go do something at a race course. Okay.
First parakeets, now horses.
The thing is, this is a required one, and it's a dangerous area beneath a race course.
It's gotta be the catacombs.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah. A workshop on the main street and, oh, the Heimdall Racecourse.
Oh, nice! We can get some betting on and,
I see you are extremely pleased to go to the racecourse, Ash.
Horse racing is a form of gambling in Erebonia, right? I must admit I'd kinda like to try it, but I'm worried about those agents. We should search for information in the areas we haven't been to yet.
You're right. In that case, we should probably stop by Dreikel's Plaza.
Dreikel's, the person who comes up in Erebonian history all the time, like the most important person?
For goodness sake, don't you know who he is? Yeah, the Lionheart Emperor. He's also the one who created Thor's. It's the gigantic square in front of the castle we saw this morning. It's packed with tourists.
I see. We should definitely go there.
But Dreikel's Plaza and the racecourse are pretty far from each other.
Then how about we visit Drykel's Plaza first? After that, we could stop by anywhere else we need to while we do the voluntary requests. And then we'll finish up at the racecourse. Yeah, that seems like the most efficient way.
It will also be a wise use of our time. All right, we'll now resume our afternoon special operations missions. Let's first head to Drykel's Plaza, and then we'll think about what to do next. Once we finish everything we need to do, we'll head to the Heimdall Racecourse.
Understood.
Then let's get going. Oh my!
Field exercises. Could it be?
I had a feeling. So this is the home of Wayne. His mother is a normal person. Earlier we were here. It didn't make it into a video, but his sister, who goes to Saint Estrella, was upstairs and was like, "I'm so lucky. I got the opportunity to come home to pick up something. I almost never get the opportunity to leave and to go home in the middle of the school day. I wonder if I can get Mom to make me some snacks." However much of a joke Wayne and or his family might be, they're doing pretty good. They're just like a regular family, and both of her kids got into really good schools.
Yeah, I mean, for all his bad luck, being at the Thor's Branch campus isn't bad. It's really good. Oh no!
So that's what happened to Wayne?
His sister is siphoning off his luck. He is the ultimate big brother. It's as if when child Wayne saw his baby sister for the first time, he swore he would do anything to make sure his sister had the best life possible. And Idios was like, "I got you, fam."
Poor Wayne. So onward to Drykel's Plaza.
Whoa!
Why is the most cityfied person here the person who freaks out the most about the city?
Because she's used to her city being the most citying.
What?
I don't know what I'm saying. This must be Drykel's Plaza.
Yep, been a while. I just remember the Empire Meats stall, because Empire Meats is a pretty good place.
My, but there's so many tourists here today.
Well, this plaza and the Imperial Palace are the biggest tourist attractions.
So this is Valflame Palace. I saw it from the station, but I still can't believe it. So that big-ass pile of bricks is where the Emperor and the Chancellor look down on us from, huh? And that statue in the middle must be of everyone's favorite big-shot Emperor you keep going on about in history class.
Someone who is a world historic figure is a world historic figure, even if you don't like them. Emperor Drykel's the Lionheart. Well, let's look around as we make our way to Valflame Palace. You should take note of anything that catches your attention. You never know when it's going to be really important.
I certainly will.
Where's my Empire Meat stall?
It's okay, Damon. There might be one on the other side of the plaza.
Where's my Empire Meat stall? Does a man have to go all the way to Ortis to buy a giant sausage from a truck that screams meat?
Drykel's the Lionheart, Erebonia's father of the Renaissance.
The statue was built after his passing so that he could watch over Heimdall.
It has such a regal feel to it.
Valflame Palace is really amazing up close. It's like a tiny-ass little mountain.
Including the spires, it's 180 yards high. It is without question the tallest building built by the Empire. However, it pales in comparison to Orchid's Tower, which stands at 250 yards.
Don't need to be nice to me or anything. You can really sense the history surrounding it.
Yeah. Something is important. Kurt? I just noticed that those guards aren't leaving any openings. They truly are living up to the reputation of the Imperial Defense Force.
Oh yeah, I heard some people back at the girls' school call them that. Yes, though before, the Imperial Guardsmen from the Provincial Army used to be the ones who protected Valflame Palace.
They were disbanded after the Civil War and replaced by the Imperial Army's newly founded Imperial Defense Force. Every member is well-versed in 100-form military combat.
That's the style that, Wayne knows, right?
It's essentially like the sword style taught to the Imperial Army, which was like a fusion between the Arcade and Vander schools, just like the most practical and easy to learn parts of it. The way that I look at it is very much like how swordsmanship is actually still taught in the JDF, the Japanese Defense Force. It's not that it actually has much of a practical use.
But it's like part of their culture, you know?
Not even that. There's something psychological about it.
Yes, I would be psychologically intimidated if someone drew a frickin' katana at me too.
And that is what you would teach these people this sort of thing for.
The hell's that?
It's a form of swordsmanship used by the Imperial Army. Billy and Damon were just talking about it for some reason. If they just would have waited, we would have got to it. Yeah, I hear I know what it was! Yeah, I hear it's a combination of Arcade and Vander styles. Well, of techniques that my father and the Viscount teach, at least. I'm sure they're more than capable of fulfilling their role. Oh.
Kurt. Oh, you guys are. Why are you... Do our jurisdictions overlap?
Yeah, weren't you paying attention? We both have Vaincure Street and Dreikel's Plaza. Come on!
Precisely. Good day, members of Class 7. I'm sorry for interrupting your tour of the capital. This is part of our special operations missions. I can't even talk straight.
So you say, but it seems like you are enjoying a relaxing stroll around the Imperial Palace. It's already the afternoon. You're gonna be able to finish with such a slow pace? Well, we have our own way of doing things, and it's always worked really well for us before when we fought some of the greatest threats in the whole world, noobs. I heard you guys have been doing a good job with your civic security activities. Oh, isn't that Abraham Blobble over there? Thanks, Inato Fat. I think that Abraham is the perfect name for a blobble like him. Why, yes, it is me! So good of you to notice! Aren't you guys the ones who came to our school with the prince during our Panzer Soldat training a couple months ago?
I don't have a last name.
Well, not everybody does, so...
I am Ada of the main campus's Class 1.
I'm Fritz, also from Class 1. A pleasure, Instructor Schwarzer.
Where's the prince?
And where is your instructor?
Well, Class 7 in Cold Steel 1 never ran around with Sarah. The prince and our instructor had some business to attend to in the palace.
We finished our assignment, so we came here to greet them.
I see.
You guys are quite the loyal lapdogs.
What? Are you trying to insult me or something?
Stop it!
Stop what? Why does everybody always say that?
I'm talking to both of you! So, how far along are you on your investigation? That is, if you wouldn't mind telling us.
Yeah, sure. We're blah, 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 blah.
I see. Interesting.
Huh.
I see. Got something to say to us? No, sorry. It just sounds to me like you didn't accomplish very much.
Do you want to go fight a whole bunch of cryptids? How many Ouroboros enforcers have you driven off? On the other hand, we picked up many promising leads this morning. By the end of the day, we should have plenty of actual results. Serves you right for wasting your time helping the community. Ha! Why would you losers ever want to help anybody who needs help? I heard you found a parrot. That sounds strangely soothing to me for some reason.
What a jerk.
So an outsider wants to talk about the importance of special operations missions? I am angry. Let us fight.
Oh, excuse me. We were just stating the facts. With the current state of the capital, which is more beneficial? Your actions or ours?
Well...
That's a tough one. I admit it's not exciting, but it's not exactly pointless either. Hey, don't relent so easily!
Hey now, let's all calm down. Class 1 has their way of doing things, as does Class 7. We have different missions, different objectives, and different assignments. You guys can compete, but it's not a race. Besides, if we put all our eggs into investigating the spies, we might get blindsided by something else that's clearly going to be more important. What? What are you talking about? Are you saying there are other threats?
Are you so naive to believe there aren't?
No, I'm just saying it's good to have multiple perspectives. Didn't you guys deal with the aftermath of the Society in Northumbria?
Yeah, how about cleaning up after them instead of directly fighting them?
Well...
I graciously accept your warning. Well played, Instructor Rean. I think I was getting too hot-headed.
As usual, multiple perspectives.
Oh, it seems things are heating up over here.
Prince!
Better be on your best behavior. Looks like your master's here.
Woof, woof, woof! Wagtail, wagtail. That's what they're doing, right?
What a coincidence it is running into you here.
Prince.
Were you quarreling?
Of course we were. I'm sorry. Of course they were. No, there's no issues here. Seems like you've concluded your business.
Yes, I wanted to take care of a few things regarding the party 2 days from now. Now, let us recommence our civic security activities.
Oh, goody! I can't wait!
Yes, Your Highness. Their private car, of course.
Abraham Blobble. I love it.
Regarding the Calvardian squads, they seem to be more skilled than we initially thought. If you encounter them, please be careful. That is all. Good luck. When we want to go somewhere, we're forced to either walk or take the tram. Must be nice to be them.
Come on, let's just do our best. We've fought enforcers, they've just cleaned up after them. Now back to our special operations missions. Besides, that loud guy isn't one of us. Could you imagine having to put up with him?
Yeah, his voice really annoys me.
What do you guys want to do? The required request is at the racecourse. There's an optional one from the workshop on the main street as well.
Looks like the situations in the other districts have changed since this morning too.
I.e. there's updated dialogue.
Let's make our rounds again and then head to the racecourse.
Oh! Oh! Looks like somebody's worried about Oscar.
Oh, is that Bennett?
Let's see. Oscar's training at... I can't believe you ditched me just to go train at some famous bakery. I can't let you get any further ahead of me. And meanwhile, like Hyper Tsundere Baker Girl that you wouldn't be invested in if you've never talked to her too much, and in the Crossbell games, is just like wriggling and uncomfortable all over, and she better go and... Well, I don't really know what she's gonna do. She's probably gonna go there and call him stupid.
Probably, yeah.
Maybe she'll compete in terms of baking bread.
For the summer festival?
Well, they've talked about the purebred contest here, too, though it hasn't made it in. That does it. I'm gonna spy on you.
She's here in Heimdall.
She's certainly persistent. Go for it, Bennett. You can do it.
Baka.
Huh. Don't think you're nonchalantly chatting about the event that happened before is gonna get you off the hook, Hugo Kleist. Now that we know you're here, we know you'll be up to something. Eventually.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Well, neither can anyone else. That's why we're here. Clearly, it has nothing to do with Calvert spies. We'll just scan everything, and if it's too much over 100, it's weird. Why does Bennett have a wave intensity of 128? Getting warmer. Getting hot.
I guess we found what we're looking for. We finished our sweep of this area.
Yeah, I think we got everything we needed.
The location with the highest reading was the
Imperial Chronicle office, right?
I was going to say it, but I didn't want to interrupt you because I'm polite.
This wasn't here before.
That means it's important. I said that means it's important. That means it's important!
Huh? The heck's this?
Uh-huh. You, sir, are a Calvardian spy spying on a gelato stand.
I knew it!
There must be a Trumbo in there.
A Trumbo?
No, they're probably just being spied on. It would make sense to do such a thing. Consider that earlier we were even in the Imperial Chronicle office as they were talking about Calvert spies.
Oh yeah.
So it's like the place is tapped or something.
Yeah. Like listening devices have been implanted.
As a result of their investigation, they discovered a high-grade listening device. It's believed that this is the cause of all the interference.
Everyone's wondering, who could have planted this listening device? It was the Calvert spies, come on.
It is the Calvert spies, isn't it?
Yes, that is why Quest Guy said that.
Thanks, Quest Guy.
You're welcome.
And now we're off to the races. You have to patronize me, man. Whoa, there's so much open space. Is that round building back there the racecourse?
Either that or it's some sort of coliseum we've never heard about that would be inappropriate. Yep, the Heimdall Racecourse, a building with over 200 years of history. Crow and Angelica used to go there often, and I'm sure that, even though they were minors, they came up with some way to be involved in the betting.
I've always wanted to go there, just didn't think my first visit would be like this. Is that the off-site betting area? You can watch live broadcasts too, right?
You seem to know a lot of the particulars, but just so you know, minors can't bet on the races.
What?
Those are the rules. However, you can still go in.
What's the point?
What's that white building in front of the racecourse?
Villa Soleil. It has facilities like pools and baths. There's a salon that Imperial citizens have enjoyed for many years.
The House of the Sun.
Whoa, that sounds crazy nice right now.
I understand how you feel, but we don't have time for that right now. Let's save it for after the summer festival starts, as long as there aren't any hitches.
Aww. What a cheapskate. Wanted to bet on the races.
Hey, have you two forgotten? We are on a special operations mission. Spies, threats, Calvert, Ouroboros, gnomes. I don't think we'll be able to gather enough information by ourselves or something. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna get back up from the guild and the intelligence division. Now, let's go to the race course.
Understood. After the field exercises are over, would you like to go to Villa Soleil with me, Instructor? Hey, stop that! I got my eye on you.
Muse never misses an opportunity, and I guess Yuna doesn't either.
At this point, they're just so in sync, she just instinctively knows before Muse even strikes.
If you can come up with a more natural place to end than this, I don't know what it is. Because obviously, there's gonna be the next set of stuff happening, undoubtedly leading us into the catacombs, and then we find something, and then we're gonna leave, and then in the evening, Class 7's gonna get together, and then we're all gonna go into the catacombs. Class 7, old Class 7, not new Class 7.
Well, probably new Class 7 too.
No, I bet not. Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I guess that is the way that these exercises have gone.
Then again, actually, I bet it is going to happen.
Make up your mind! You're contradicting yourself and confusing me.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if you were gonna agree with me again.
I'll make you pay.
I'll give you $5 for it. It was worth it.
Agreed. Come here.